Hello everyone, my fantastic friends. It's been a great day today for Travel Genes. As I talked in my previous post about the new travel video series Live from Here, so this is the second episode of it, and I come to you from the east coast of India in Konark city, which has a World Heritage Monument called Sun Temple. This is located around 30 kilometers far from the religious city of Puri in the state of Odisha, which is formerly known as Orissa. More specifically, I'm still staying in Puri for the annual car festival, or I should say the annual chariot festival, where more than 1 million people pull the god's chariot on the roads everywhere. So, coming to the Sun Temple in Konark is a thing not to be missed. It all started in the middle of the 13th century AD when Narasimha Dev, the king of some Ganga dynasty, laid the foundation of this architectural wonder of ancient India. This 800 years old temple honors the sun god and is built in the form of a huge chariot which is drawn by 7 horses on 12 pairs of the hugely decorated wheels. The name Konark is derived from Sanskrit language where the Kona means angle and the ark means the sun. The temple faces east, no doubt about it, and has 12 wheels of chariot which can be used to tell the time of the day based on the angle of the shadow they cast on the grounds. So, but sadly now it's mostly in a pathetic state of destruction, and the Government of India and ASI, the Archaeological Survey of India, the body which is supposed to take care and manage the historic monuments in India, are not doing enough to preserve it. So, it's actually not as much as a temple as it is a celebration of life. That's what I feel about it. So this whole temple is held together by iron rods attached to the blocks of the stone, providing the structural support. And it is said, I don't know how far is it true, but that's on top a huge natural magnet was placed to bind the iron rods together. But that natural magnet was removed by the Portuguese when their ships crashed on the sea because of a huge magnetic field that caused disruptions in their compass instruments and all. So this temple displays the fusion of South and the North Indian architecture with a heavy African influence. Now, I don't know what was the connection between India and Africa in that time, but it is also said that the pyramidal shaped audience hall was influenced by the pyramids of Giza, and you can see the giraffe and the men wearing skirts in many of the sculptures here. So, the granite statues of the sun god survived, unlike rest of the temple, which is made of the soapstone, and it's very famous for the erotic sculptures like Khajuraho. And what I feel was that Konark was built when Buddhism was on its decline in India. In a way, the erotic sculptures in this temple were a statement of victory over the rival religion of Buddhism, which promoted abstinence from the worldly pleasures. Also, I feel this temple served as a place to educate people about the secrets of Kama Sutra. The ancient Indian society was more open as compared to now. This is what is suggested by the sculptures showing in this temple. Polygamy and widow remarriage is most commonly seen everywhere in the sculptures, and many other sculptures show various intercourse positions, sex with the animals, lesbians, childbirth, and traditional treatments of sexually transmitted diseases. So the thing is, like, I'm so sad to say that this temple is not as well preserved as Khajuraho or any other South Indian temple. After surviving centuries of sea breeze eroding the walls, many wars with cruel Muslim rulers, which were only intent on wiping out the Hindu artifacts, and not to forget the British treasure hunters, who were more interested in loot than conservation. This temple is a pale shadow of what it was. So it's like, you know, the most beautifully carved stone sculptures include musicians, dancers, lovers, and animals, but I feel the language of the stone surpasses the language of the man in this temples. So that's all in the second segment of this video series. This is also a little bit of rough, but don't worry. As the time goes on, I'm gonna improve it. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, thank you for being the follower of our travel blog. We always appreciate it. And once again, I'm here in Konark. Definitely consider coming home to see before it's too late on your travels. And that's all. I have to go now. Thank you again. I'll see you once from my next destination. Till then, happy travels.